Hello student, myself Priyanka, your physics teacher. In our previous class, we have learned about Coulomb's law, vector form of Coulomb's law, importance and its limitation. Now, in our today's class, we will solve some numerical related to Coulomb's law. So, let us start. First, let us start with a very simple numerical of your NCERT book. The electric force on a small sphere of charge 0.4 microcoulomb due to another small sphere of charge minus 0.8 microcoulomb in air. That means it is placed in air. So what will be the value of K? 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. Okay. Then you have to find what is the distance between these two spheres and what is the force on the second sphere due to first sphere. Now, before solve this numerical, we have to take care about the unit. We know that the value of K depends on the medium, nature of medium, as well as it also depends on the unit system we are using for measuring the force, distance, etc. So, the value 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square means it is for SI unit only. So, whenever you solve this numerical, you have to convert all the unit in SI unit system. So, before solve this numerical, let me give another 2 unit of electric charge. We already learned about the SI unit of electric charge, which is coulomb. Now, what is the CGS unit of electric charge? CGS unit of electric charge is ESU, that means electrostatic unit of charge. So, what is the CGS unit of charge? So, CGS unit of charge is ESU, that means electrostatic unit of charge, or the other name of CGS unit of charge is stat coulomb. And the value 1 coulomb is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 9 ESU. So, let us start this numerical. As I told in my previous numerical class also, whenever you start solving this numerical, first write down the quantities are given and the quantity what you have to find. So, here what are the quantity? First charge is given 0.4 microcoulomb, that means Q1 is equal to 0.4 microcoulomb. Now, as I told you, we have to take care of this unit system. Here it is given in microcoulomb, so we have to change it in coulomb. That means it will be 0.4 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb. Now, Q2 is equal to minus 0.8 microcoulomb. That means it will be minus 0.8 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb. You have to find what is the distance between them, that means R you have to find. Clear? Now, as the two charge placed in air now, that means what is the value of Coulomb constant or K? The value of Coulomb constant is 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Clear? So, what is the formula of Coulomb's law? You have to write from Coulomb's law, F is equal to, here F also given, na? You have to write F. What is F? F means force. Force is given here. From Coulomb's law, F is equal to K into Q1 Q2 by R square. This is the formula. Now, first we will learn here the force is given for the first charge. That means F1, 2. Force on the first charge due to second charge. As we have learned in our previous class, if you forget this one, I suggest just go through my previous video. So, it is F12, then it will be R12. Clear? The magnitude of R12 will be equal, na? So, if we are finding the value of R12, then it will be the distance between the two charges only. Clear? So, let us find this. From this formula, you can check F12. What is the value of F12? It is given as 0.2 K 9 into 10 to the power 9. What is Q1? Q1 is 0.4 into 10 to the power minus 6 here minus 0.8 is there, but for Coulomb's law you have to take magnitude of charge only. That's why you have to write here 0.8 into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by R12 square. Now you have to find the value of R12. So do cross multiplication. R12 square is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 0.4 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 0.8 into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by 0.2. Now for such kind of calculation, first do the calculation for 10 to the power 6 or this one 10 to the power values. First let us calculate. So it will be 9 into 0.4 into 0.8 into 10 to the power, first it will be 10 to the power 9, then minus 6, then again minus 6 divided by 0.2. Okay, if you do this multiplication and division, then the value will be, look here 0.2, here 0.4, so point will be cancelled, then it will be 2. Okay, now 9 to the 18, 18 into 0.8. You have to do like this, or you can just write like this only, 9 into 2 into 2 into 0.4. Can you write like this for 0.8? Why I am doing like this? Because there is square now, so whenever we take root over, then it will be easy for us. So I have taken here 0.8 as a 2 into 0.4 into 9 minus 6, that means plus 3, then again minus 6 is there, it will be 10 to the power minus 3. Clear? And this is the value. You can take a screenshot of this. After that we will solve in the upper portion. Now from this we have get R12 square is equal to 9 into 2 into 2 into 0.4 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now we have to find the value of R. If you do this calculation like this, now it will be easy for you. That's why I am showing. So here 0.4. So can you write like this, 9 into 2 into 2 into 4 into 10 to the power minus 1 into 10 to the power minus 3, like this. Then if you take root of this, R12 is equal to root over 9 into 2 into 2 into 4, 10 to the power, here minus 3, here minus 1, it will be 10 to the power minus 4 only. Then for 9, what will be value? 3. For 2, it will be 2. For 8, 2 again, and it will be 10 to the power minus 2, like this, and it is given in meter. Now it is very simple, just multiply it. 3 2 ja 6, 6 2 ja 12, like this you have to do. So if we multiply this one, we will get 12 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. So if you do this, do such kind of numerical like this, now the calculation part also will be easy for you. So you can take a screenshot of this. Now the second question is, what is the force on the second sphere due to the first sphere? We already discussed in our previous class that Coulomb force follow the Newton's third law of motion. Now. So the force applied by the second sphere on the first sphere will be equal to the force applied by the first sphere on the second sphere. That's why the value of the force on the second sphere is also 0.2 Newton, and you have to write this reason also, as we know that Coulomb's force follow the Newton's third law. That means the force applied on the second sphere due to the first sphere will be 0.2 Newton. Clear? So this is all about this numerical. So let us start our second numerical from your NCERT book only. This numerical have two parts, but here first let us solve the first part, then after I will solve the next part. What is the question? Two insulated charged copper sphere A and B have their center separated by a distance 50 centimeter. That means what is the distance between these two charges? R is equal to 50 centimeter here. Again it is given in centimeter. So you have to change it in meter. In order to change centimeter to meter, you have to divide it with 100 na, or you can simply write 50 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Clear? After that, it is given charge on sphere A and charge on sphere B is equal. What is the value? 6.5 into 10 to the power minus 7 coulomb. Clear? Now simple, you have to find the force. That means you have to find the force acting between these two charged spheres, and you have to compare this electric force with gravitational force. Simple, just apply the Coulomb's law. K QA into QB divided by R square. What is the value of K? The value of K is, as it is placed in air only, so the value of K is 9 into 10 to the power 9, then 6.5 into 10 to the power minus 7 into 6.5 into 10 to the power minus 7 divided by 50 into 10 to the power minus 2 into 50 into 10 to the power minus 2. It will be in Newton. Simple method of calculation we have to follow here, as we have done in our first numerical. After multiplying this one and by dividing this with R square, then you will get. So you have to use the same method of calculation. After calculating this one, you will get 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 Newton. So this is the electric force acting between these two charged spheres. Clear? Now the question is, you have to compare with the gravitational force also. So let us find the gravitational force. As in this question, it is mentioned that these two charged spheres are identical. That means mass of, here I have written Fe, because for electric force acting between these two spheres A and B. Now the mass of these two spheres, that means Ma, mass of sphere A is equal to mass of sphere B, which is given here as a 0.5 kg. Now let us find the gravitational force acting between these two spheres. You have to remember, you already learned in class 9 as well as 11 also from the universal law of gravitation. What is the formula for gravitational force? The formula for gravitational force is G into Ma into Mb. There you have written M1, M2 maybe. Here we have taken two sphere Ma and Mb, that's why. So divided by R square. So simple, what is G? G is universal gravitational constant here. What is the value of G? The value of G is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Okay. Now here multiply these two. What is the mass of first sphere? It is 0.5. Here also 0.5 divided by, again R square means 50 into 10 to the power minus 2 whole square. Similar method of calculation as I told you in first numerical you have to use, and after solving this numerical, that means after multiplication and division, you will get the value. Now if you compare Fe and Fg, you can see that the value of Fe, that means electric force between these two spheres, is greater than value of gravitational force. That means electric force between these two spheres is much greater than the gravitational force acting between these two spheres. So this is the first part of this numerical. You can take a screenshot. So the second part of this numerical is, what is the force if charge on each sphere become double and the distance between them is half? So let us first solve this portion. We have already found Fe is equal to 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 Newton in our previous part of this numerical. Now it is told that new force will be 1 by or you can say K QA become double, that means 2 into QA multiply 2 into QB divided by distance become half, that means R divided by 2 whole square. So 2 to 4 QA QB, you can replace the K also, divided by, for R square it will be 4 only, R square divided by 4. Clear now? Then it will be 16K QA QB divided by R square. Now this one is K QA QB divided by R square value. Now just put this value 1.5 into this, 16 into 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 2. Whenever you do this multiplication, the value will be 0.24 Newton. Clear? This you can take a screenshot of this. Now the second part is, if these two spheres are placed in water. I already give one example of this numerical in my previous class also. Let us do it again. Here the dielectric constant of water is given. If you have forgot the formula for dielectric constant, I suggest you please go through my previous video. So let us solve. We know that force in air divided by force in medium is equal to dielectric constant. Here Fe means force in medium, force in air or vacuum you can say, and Fm means, here it is taken as water, so force in water. Clear? Fe already we have find, what is that? 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 2. Fm you have to find, and dielectric constant is given 80. So Fm is equal to 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 divided by 80. Whenever you solve this, you will get 1.87 into 10 to the power minus 4 Newton. Clear? So you can take a screenshot of this. So now let us do our next numerical. It is also related to our second numerical only. This question is also from your NCERT book. Suppose the sphere A and B in the question 2. That means just now we have solved this question. No? Question 2 have identical size. That means their radius are equal, size are equal. A third sphere of same size but uncharged. Okay, let us consider this third sphere as a same size but uncharged. Third sphere, let us consider it is as a C. Of same charge but uncharged is brought in contact with A, then brought in contact with B and finally removed from both. What is the new force between A and B? This question is related to charging by induction. In our first class of electric field and charge, we have learned about charging by induction. This numerical is actually related to charging by induction and Coulomb's law. Okay, if you forgot charging by induction, please go through my previous video. So in charging by induction, we have learned one formula, charge in each sphere. In this portion we have learned charge in each sphere is equal to sum of charge divided by number of charges. That means if there are more than one charge, then we have to explain this with a diagram. Suppose there is a sphere A and there is a sphere B. In the previous question it is given 50 centimeter apart from each other. Okay, now another, let us consider the charge. From the second question we know that charge in each sphere is equal. So let us consider the charge in A is Q as well as charge in B is Q. Now one uncharged sphere, suppose this is A and uncharged sphere C is bring close to A. Then what happened? This formula you have to apply now. Sum of charge. Here A contains charge Q, but the charge on C is 0. So what will be the charge? Sum of charge means Q plus 0. and how many number of sphere is there? 2. So you have to divide it by 2. So after, whenever the uncharged sphere Q bring close to A na, after that whenever it is separated, then each sphere A and B containing charge Q by 2, Q by 2. Clear? This phenomenon is from charging by induction. We have learned already. So we bring these two sphere close now. After that, this charge get distributed between these two sphere. What is the formula for this? You have to add all the charges, that means Q plus 0, as C charge doesn't have, that means C sphere doesn't have any charge, that's why I put here 0. So Q plus 0, that means Q divided by 2. So after separation, A and C both having charge Q by 2 and Q by 2. Then after, again this C is bring close to the B sphere. So C containing Q by 2 charge and B containing Q charge na. Now after separation, what will be the charge? Q plus Q by 2 divided by 2. It will be, if you do this LCM, then solve this, and after separation, each sphere B and C containing charge 3Q by 4. Clear? This portion is from charging by induction. So whenever we bring close to charge sphere, then after separation the charge get distributed between the sphere. So here whenever we bring the C charge, that means uncharged sphere, close to A, then after separation A and C both are containing Q by 2 Q by 2 charge. Now this C charge is bring close to B charge, no? As a result, the total charge will be Q plus Q by 2 divided by 2, which will become 3Q by 4 on each sphere. Clear? Now we have to apply the Coulomb's law. You can take a screenshot of this. So we have to find the force between A sphere and B sphere. So A sphere containing charge Q by 2 and B sphere containing charge Q by 3Q by 4. Distance remains same, 15 centimeter, and in the previous question Q is also given, and the force, whenever this is Q and Q, the force is given. In the previous question we have solved, force between them is 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 Newton. Now the force will become, the new force will become K into Q by 2 multiply 3Q by 4 divided by R square. So it will be 3 by 8 K into Q into Q divided by R square. Now this value is K into Q by R square now. So you have to just put this value 3 by 8 into 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 Newton. Clear? This is the numerical. So you can take a screenshot from this. Now our next numerical, fourth numerical, two identical charge Q each, that means each one having charge Q. So you can write there is a charge Q, again here is a charge Q, capital Q, which is separated by a distance R. Okay. Now a third charge small q placed on the line joining the above two charges. So if you draw a line between these two charges, now here somewhere we place a charge small q. Okay, this is the question. Now what such that all the three charges are in equilibrium. Equilibrium means, already you have learned in your class 11, equilibrium means the total force acting between the system must be 0, then only the system will be in equilibrium. So here three charge is there. Whenever they are in equilibrium, they will be in equilibrium if the total force acting between these, it will be 0. So let us denote it as a point. It will be A, it will be B and C. Okay, now the force acting on the charge small q due to the charge placed at the point A will be FVA. Force acting on Q due to the point charge capital Q placed at A will be FAB, no, must be equal and opposite to force applied on small q charge due to the charge placed at the point C. So it will be FBC. Whenever it will be equal, if this charge, that means if it will be, let's say it will be if it is positive, this is also positive. Why? Because it is given, it is identical, na, two identical charge. Now if this one become negative, then only the force between them will become equal and opposite. So first question already you are having the answer that what is the sign. Sign means the sign of this small q must be opposite to capital Q charge. Clear? Why? Because in order to get equilibrium condition, the total force of the system must be 0. That's why the sign of the charge small q should be opposite to the sign of capital Q charge. Clear? First answer we have get for this sign. Now we have to find the magnitude as well as the position. So as here positive and negative is not given, you just have to write the sign of small q charge is opposite to the sign of capital Q charge. Clear? No? Now let us consider the distance between A and B point is x. Then what will be the distance between B and C point? Obviously it will be r minus x. Now as this is equal and opposite, now let us take the magnitude only, not direction. Let us take the magnitude only, that means BA. So what will be the value? It will be K capital Q into small q divided by x square, and it will be K small q capital Q divided by r minus x whole square. Now these two cancel, so you can write r minus x whole square is equal to x square, or if you do the root over, then what happen? R minus x is equal to x, or 2x is equal to r, that means r is equal to x by 2. Clear? So what is the position? X is equal to r by 2. So where the charge have to place? The charge have to place at the midpoint. So position of small q charge placed at the midpoint of the line joining between two identical charge capital Q. Clear? Now you have to find the, we already find the sign as well as position. Now let us find the magnitude of the charge. So this force is equal, na? Force between these two charges and force between these will be equal. So let us find, as the force between A and C is equal to the force between A and B. That's why we can write like this: K into Q divided by R by 2 whole square, and K into Q by R square. Then it will be K from this side, K cancel, 1 Q will cancel. Then it will be Q is equal to capital Q by R square into 4 R. If you do cross multiplication, it will be R square divided by 4, no? Then R square cancel. What will be the value of Q? Q will be capital Q divided by 4. So this is the magnitude of charge. Clear? So this is all about this numerical. You can take a screenshot of this. So these are the some types of numerical from Coulomb's law. I suggest you solve all the numerical from your textbook, whatever textbook you are having. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section below. And if you like my video and if it is useful for you, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon in order to get the notification of my video. Thank you.